So this game is called Knight's Path. It's not out yet. Here it is. Let's watch it.
Ah, it looks so good.
I like his feathers. Come on.
It's definitely got some souls to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, it's not out yet. Oh, it's a snail! Oh. That was a bit odd, wasn't it?
That just became a day one purchase for Blabs right
It
there.
is a snail, guys.
For the snail, not for
For the snail, yeah. So it is, like I said, it is on Steam, so you can wishlist it. But the reason it's causing controversy is because of a character called Amelie, beekeeper, herbalist, and healer. With a soul and voice sweeter than the healing honey she makes, one of the 3 romance options in Knight's Path. So clearly you get to romance some women, yada yada yada. Me personally, I think she looks fine, right? She looks like a woman. She looks sweet, looks fine. I can't see anything wrong with her, right? Can you see anything wrong with her?
I see nothing wrong.
Okay. Well, if you scroll all the way down, and I'll just do it here, seems like you're just making Tradwife porn for right-wingers.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's just fascinating, isn't it? Right? You make a white woman in a game that is wholesome, and instantly it's you're just making Tradwife porn for right wingers. Oh, you can have like 50 fucking gay characters, almost said the word, and we're supposed to accept it or else we're bigots. We have to accept all the ugly character models in games or else we're the bad guys. There's one character in an indie game that looks nice and wholesome. You're just making Tradwife porn for right wingers.
Yeah,
She
no,
looks
she
fine.
looks like she fits the theme for sure. And yeah, no, there will be people that just want to be mad about everything, especially in today's climate, and I get that. But yeah, it does, going off what you said, Kate, it does surprise me that it is so heavily pushed nowadays for the opposite, that the one time that a fucking indie game does something just normal, it's gotta be because you're appeasing a side. We're not going to talk about how doing all of the panhandling and groveling and creating these monstrous versions of game characters that we've had to deal with for years, and it being the entire theme of some games. Oh, that's not appeasing any audiences. But you make one character in an indie game and suddenly, I mean, the fact that this has 3.6 million views is insane to me.
Yeah, so then the Knight's Path replied back saying, huh? Where I come from, this is considered normal. A kind woman in a modest dress is not Tradwife porn. It's just a normal human character.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious what you're doing, bro. You're making a lifeless NPC that will be reduced to washing dishes so incels can be happy saying they have a wife. It's actually quite disgusting.
A performative male. That is such a performative male. If that even is a male, it's probably a bitch. But that is such a performative male, because what kind of shit? He goes to coffee shops in public and reads feminist books. I'm telling you right fucking now. That is the most performative male sentence I've ever read. You're making a lifeless NPC do. It's a fucking code. It's a fucking it's numbers. It's not even a person. It is numbers. And your stupid little brain sees it as a cartoon character that you have to white knight for. People have no lives. No lives.
I'm trying to write paper down. He's not. Anyway, so I think it's crazy that we're in this world where like you make a character, and it's ironic given what we saw of God of War, right? Where like the woman is really really shit from like female perspective, and now we have this, and like you're making Tradwife porn. Kate, how did you find this anyway?
It was a controversy a few days ago that I saw on my feed. We just had a bunch of other stories to talk about. But I felt like it was important. It was just going all over Twitter. It's crazy. Like, the thing is you'll see all of these people get super furious and be like, you just don't want women in gaming, bigots, and fuck you, and blah, blah, blah. And then the same people will turn around and attack this caricature of a woman. They'll constantly freak out and be like, oh, that's what you just all hate women. You just want, and then it turns into you just want to jerk off to women. Yeah, spoiler alert, men like to jerk off to women. I'm so glad you caught up. Like, it doesn't matter. We also like to play video games and have fun. It's okay to have attractive characters in your game. What?
Well,
like, how's any of this an own whatsoever?
Yeah,
I don't even understand. Like, there are games where you play furries and you fuck furniture, whatever the hell. By the way, if that's not a game, make sure it becomes one. There's all sorts of weird games out there. So even I'm just going off of that logic of we're just allowing everything. Then why couldn't you? If this really is just right wing whatever, why can't they just have that game then? Like, so that's that particular side. They're very good at being angry at literally everything. And I'm actually proud of this developer or this social account of theirs that doesn't appear to be bowing down to them, apologizing, doing anything. Matter of fact, they didn't even say, which I'm very, very happy about, because they said, this seems like you're making Tradwife Porn for right-wingers. I'm so happy that they didn't say, that's not right-wing. Like, they didn't go into the politics. They just said, I don't know what you're talking about. This is normal.
Right.
That's like the proper way to respond to this. Leave those politics out. That is, apps has nothing to do with this. At the moment, I'm applauding this Knight's Path. I know nothing about it, but at the moment, they've got me as a potential customer or supporter of some sort.
I fully agree, because more people, the only reason that this fucking epidemic of stupidity has taken over in the last several years is because not enough losers have been told, no, you're wrong. Your reality and your perception on the world is not, in fact, everyone else's. That is not our problem. You can have that. You can pretend to be a cat and eat cat food and use a litter box all day long. You cannot make that somebody else's problem. And so saying, oh, well, this game can't possibly be allowed to do this. Like you said, there are freaking like furry games all over the place or whatever's happening. People are allowed to make whatever games they want out of anything. And that can totally expand into social life where it's like, okay, we're maps, right? We're supposed to accept people no matter how they are and who they are. I hate that narrative. Can I just say that? And this is also like a personal vendetta and a social vendetta. Anytime that any fucking person is going to excuse bad behavior by saying that's just who they are, I hate that. What kind of excuse and cover up bullshit is that? That is such a intentionally turned blind eye to what is going on. So you're okay with all of the badness and the negative things that are happening. You don't want to speak up about it at all just because that's who they are. You're not protecting somebody or helping them by enabling them to be destructive of themselves or others. That's not helpful or affirming. It's enablement, and it's horrendous. There's too many enablers in this world. That's my concluding statement. There's too many fucking enablers in this world, and we need to tell them no.
Well, this thread actually gets worse, right?
Ooh.
Oh no, they keep up.
Yeah, so after he says it's actually quite disgusting, right? So Knight's Path says, how can you already know what role Amelie plays in the game when the game's not even out yet, right? Your own promotional material, I'd be happy to be proven wrong. Knight's Path says, which one? And Chris is like, all the promotional materials pandering to the anti-woke crowd. You could have just created a good game but decided to virtue signal, so now you're going to be getting hate from people who oppose those opinions. That mob won't save you. They are much weaker than they think. And Knight's Path is like, all the promotional material. Oh, okay. Isn't that crazy?
They are weaker than they think? What kind of fucking statement is that? Holy shit, the ego on these fucking
And where did they virtue signal? They showed a model.
Yeah.
That's literally
No,
what
A
they
model
did.
with her description.
This just shows the level of basement brain rot these people have, because they're seeking out things that aren't there. They're reading between the lines when there's nothing to read. It is so made up performative bullshit to invent a problem There's nothing there. It's a fucking model.
It's insecurity, right? The reason why they like all the botched character models in modern gaming and AAA is because it makes them feel better about how they look. That is honestly true. Like there's a lot more of this feminization in the video game industry, and now they all simply want to pull down those characters because the beauty standard forces women to then also push forward and have a higher standard themselves. They've been running from that beauty standard for like decades. Like, I'm not saying this is a new issue whatsoever, but now more of these people have infested industries where they can actually place that. It's beyond being on a picket line saying, stop objectifying women. Now you're actually in the fucking companies being like, no, we're not going to objectify women. We're going to make her super ugly. And if you don't accept it, you're a fucking bigot. Great. I'm a bigot. I don't care. Make video game characters hot.
On that, why is it unreasonable to hold real, like, women in the world to higher standards because of that? Why is that doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. If you think that you're uglier than a video game character and that makes you jealous, first of all, get therapy. Second of all, maybe make yourself look better. One of my favorite things I've ever heard is you are your own avatar. Fucking dress yourself up. Go get the tattoo. Go do whatever you want to do. Nobody's stopping you from making yourself look different. We're upset because you want to change everybody else because you feel insecure. That's not your job.
If you study culture and you're talking about like pop culture, right? I'm not talking about artsy fartsy stuff. Like, bless you.
Sorry.
We're talking about culture for the masses, the mainstream. Okay. There's a reason why beauty and strength is so important. It is because it is something that is a representation of the best of us. It's the ideal. It's the aspiration of our species to get to. We don't look at a Rocky. Like when we watched Rocky, we were inspired. It gave us, for the weaker men, it said, you know what? Maybe we should go training. Maybe we can be, you know, I'm the small guy. You know what? If I train hard and I work hard, I can achieve X. Beauty standards keep us healthy. It keeps us socially attainable, and that that we're always looking our best means that we're always meeting the most healthy and the best of people, and we're always striving for something beyond our reach. You always want to be reaching for something outside of your reach because it keeps you stretching and it keeps you moving in a forward direction, as opposed to saying, hey, everything you have right now is great, settle for nothing more, you're perfect, just stay there and be perfect, and that's it. Sure, you're 900 pounds and you can't leave, but that's good. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Even though I guarantee you, if behind the scenes I offered you a pill that would make you skinny without doing any work, I guarantee you would take that pill. But anyway, you're perfect as you are.
You're seeing that happen, is that
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, beauty is not some vain thing. It's not some like, guys, stop being incels. And there's an actual reason why beauty standards are important to human beings, as for all the reasons I just said. So, but I think if you look at our culture right now, I don't think there's a single person out there that would say we're doing well. And I think you can also look at what the culture is outputting, and it's the worst of us. It's the laziest of us. It's the most deprived. It's the most depraved, rather, the most narcissistic, sexually deviant, you name it. And hey, what do you know? The culture is doing the exact same thing. So I would just like to make sure I say that, because beauty is just, everyone just keeps saying, oh, that's some vain thing that you worry about. Why can't you stop jerking off to video games? No, there's a reason why we like those beauty standards.
The higher you put the standard, the more people are inspired to do great things. And it's really just a tactic to tear people down and make them feel so depressed and secluded and alone that they refuse to actually make the world incredible for themselves and for others.
Our goal is 200,000 subscribers. Help us. Let's get there.